It was really interesting because when Max said he wanted to do this summer program workshop, I thought it was a really good idea. And I said, well, how many people do you think will show up? And he goes, oh, a couple hundred. I'm like, well, where are you going to do it? He said, Ashland. Ashland where? I said, Ashland, Oregon. He said, 200 people are going to come to Ashland, Oregon to be in a summer workshop? He goes, sure. I said, how big's the airport? He said, there isn't one. I said, how many bars are in the town? So he said, they're going to come from all over. And look what happened. So I really didn't think he was going to pull it off. Let me preface all this with, and now this is going to sound like it's about me, but it's really about you. It's all a metaphor for you. In 1969, I was a graduate student at the University of Alabama. And graduate students have to do the scrub work, right? And my job during the All-State thing was to sit at the booth for the Alabama bands and advertise. The director of the Red Band, the top band that year, was a guy named Arnold Gabriel. My band director said, you ought to go in and watch him work. And I made the mistake of watching him work. And I never went, I don't even know what happened to the exhibit. Hell, I don't know what happened. It could have been gone by then. I mean, somebody could have stolen it. I never went back to it. I just watched this man. My claim to fame in college is I never missed a class until Colonel Gabriel showed up. And I missed my conducting class that day. I couldn't get my eyes off the man. And the next day, my conducting teacher said, you missed your conducting class. And I said, no, I finally got one. So, fast forward, college band director, go to work at a place called McCormick's after 10 years of being a college band director, and get this advertisement. There's a Western International Band Clinic going to happen, and they needed some exhibits. And my boss said, sure, you can do it if they'll give you a clinic. I said, great. Max was kind. That's the first time we met, had a clinic, got to be good friends. You just hook with some people. So we talk over the years about all these neat things we're going to do. So now we got this first summer workshop. He calls me in April and he said, Tim, he said, would you like to conduct on the 4th of July concert? And I'm, God, y'all pay to conduct. Are you kidding? And he said, you do half the concert. What do you want to do? Wow, I've got Stars and Stripes, America the Beautiful, Bugler's Holiday, National Emblem. I'm just ripping off every white and blue in the whole world. He goes, oh, it's going to be great. I said, are you doing the other half of the concert? He goes, no. I said, who is? He said, Arnold Gabriel. I said, well, what's Colonel Gabriel going to play? He's like, well, the Hindemus Symphony, Lincolnshire Posy, La Fiesta Mexicana, transcription of the Beethoven Fifth, and 1812. Yeah, that'll blend right in with what I got going. He said he's got some, one of the people wrote a special thing for me. He goes, and Max said, Tim, you write some stuff. He goes, how about playing some of the stuff you write? That's just when we were starting the Central Elements. So I did an overture of Salsa Siesta, Go Tell Aunt Rhody, and Hot Cross Buns. That was my big deal. So I got to tell you this really fast. Now, I thought it was going to be a 200-piece band like we talked about. It was 28. That included Max and me. I'm serious. You never want to be disparaging, but it was not strong. I mean, I'm just telling people, during the rest, sing. Make any sound you can. Fill it up, whatever. So I finished my little part, and then he introduced Colonel Gabriel. I had a little rehearsal. I ran back in the percussion section with Gary, because we were so desperate. It was Gary Weiss and Lotzenheiser and some high school kid that was on drug rehab was in the percussion section. All right? So the first thing, when Colonel walked up, is he walked up, jumped on the podium, took the music stand and went, and took it out of the way. And I'm standing back there and, oh, God. It was a great rehearsal. All of a sudden, the band sounded better. He actually let the clarinets put reeds on their horns. It was completely off the chart. And I'm just standing there going, I mean, you know, I don't want a heart attack to die. Just something to take me out of this. Just make this a bad dream. Because he's my hero. He's my hero. And, oh. So I'm putting this stuff away afterwards and going, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And this is how incredible this man is. I turned around to go talk to him, and he was right there. And that hand was out. He goes, Tim, great job rehearsing. I had no idea. You did such a great job. This is going to be, and he just flipped that thing so fast. And he said, now let me ask you a question. He said, are you going to be needing a music stand during the concert? No, I was just there for my pencils. I had pencils on. I never memorized music so fast in my life. And then several times we've been together, judging festivals together, and it was always flipping the other way to make the other person the champion. About 8 years ago, the Midwest Clinic called and said, we're going to do an interview with Colonel Gabriel. And you know, and I'm like, oh, good, this is the best thing that's ever going to happen. And they said, the Colonel's asked if you'll do the interview. Oh my, I mean, the Pope wouldn't have been more important to me. Because I'm not Catholic, so that perfect. What an honor to be asked to do that. And it goes on, and I mean, everybody has just got tons of stories. This past year, one of my students got the job as the director, commander of the United States Air Force Band in D.C. And I think they call it an assumption. I think and Larry, Colonel Lang, kid, who I kicked out of band one time, by the way, said, oh, that was wise, wasn't it? And said, would you come and be a part of this? So my wife and I flew out, and we pulled into the Air Force Base. I'm just so proud of this kid. God, I mean, this is what we do, isn't it? This is the payoff. You don't think one person makes a difference? For crying out loud. All this is about you. And so we pull in and pull up, and I look over, and about 3 rows over, Colonel Gabriel's getting out of the car. I said, Andrea, there's Colonel Gabriel. I got to go see him, right? And by the time I had my seatbelt off and got out of the car, he was walking towards me with his hand out. Tim. I mean, the man is magic. And last year, the United States Air Force Band played at the Midwest Clinic. And so my student calls, because the title was in honor of our mentors, or, you know, one of those things. And Larry called and he said, is there any chance you would guest conduct the Air Force Band? Sure, you know. I'll drive your Ferrari, right? And he said, yeah, we want to do this. And I said, oh, I'm so proud of you, kid. I said, this is just great. I said, good. And I said, any other guest conductors? He said, one other. Oh, God, no. I said, is it Colonel Gabriel? Yeah. And being on the Midwest board, the highest honor you can get there is the Medal of Honor. Paula's got it, and he's got it. Colonel Gabriel's got it. And they said, we got to do something. So they actually created an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, which there's only one person on the globe that has it, and that's Colonel Gabriel. And I will tell you that when he got up to conduct the band, and I say this because Larry's doing a phenomenal job, the band sounded different. And I thought it was just a placebo effect until I listened to the recording. And you could tell when he's got it. And just watching everybody in that group just lift up and lean in and go, we'll give you everything you want. You have us. Everything you want. Phenomenal. Now here's how important you are. Then Larry gets up and conducts the band, and it's beyond belief how good they are. And he runs off the stage for the first, bow to come back. He runs off and he's all sweaty, and I'm just standing there crying my eyes out. And he grabs me and hugs me and pushes back and goes, was it okay? You still want the approval of your teacher, don't you? Yeah. And I said, oh, you're teasing. He goes, no, you think it was okay? I hope you got some suggestions. Don't ever think you don't make a difference. That's never the question. The question is, what kind of difference will you make? Because we're all going to make a difference. And I get an opportunity now to hang out with the most incredible human on the earth. Not only is he a musician, and there's none better, but he's got even a bigger soul. Would you please welcome Colonel Gabriel? Where are you, Colonel?